Alright, and welcome back to Minecraft Dungeons, where in this video, I'll be showcasing this build called Soul Turtle. So let's get into it. So on the melee slot, I'm using these Soul Fists. They're level 262 because I got it from a tower, and they've also got built-in Enigma Resonator. And the enchantments are Guarding Strike. When you defeat a mob, you're given a temporary shield that reduces damage by 50%. Tier to this is 4-second shield duration, and normally, the Soul Fists deal very little damage, so then I wouldn't use this, but since this one is level 262, then this is worth it, since then I'm just gonna get a lot more defense. And then it's also committed. They'll increase damage against already wounded enemies, and at tier 3 this is a 0 to 100% bonus damage. So this is also just really good to help with the damage, since you're gonna attack pretty fast with the Soul Fist, so committed is just pretty obvious. And then it's also critical hit. Gives a 20% chance to inflict critical hits, dealing triple damage. So, this is, again, just really good, since you're gonna be attacking a lot, and it's also gonna help with the damage, so yeah, basically just way more damage. But that's then everything for the melee slot. Then onto the armor, where I'm gonna be using this Nimble Turtle Armor. It's got 35% damage reduction, 25% healing boost, and speed boost after hit. The Nimble Turtle Armor isn't the most defensive armor, and the healing boost doesn't do that much, but I think I've managed to implement it quite well in this build. And then also the speed boost after hit is just... it doesn't do that much, but I guess it's nice. But then the enchantments are Snowball. Fires a snowball at a nearby enemy every few seconds, briefly stunning it. At tier 3, this triggers every second. And, Snowball is just a really great enchantment overall. Just permanently stunning the closest enemy is pretty OP. And then it's also cooldown. Reduces the cooldown time between use of your artifacts by 38%. And, this is also really good, since I'm using the Death Cap and Ironhide in this build. So then I can permanently use those, giving then the Soul Fists even more attack speed and also even more defense. So cooldown is just overall really good. But then it's also Thorns. Whenever you take damage, deal damage back to the attacker for 200%. And yeah, this enchantment could be Chilling or maybe Final Shout or something like that, but I just didn't really want to spend all of my gold re-rolling at the enchantment smith, so I just took Thorns. And it's still a good enchantment, it's just not a top tier enchantment. But then onto the ranged weapon, where I'm gonna be using the Soul Hunter Crossbow. It's got fast multiple projectiles, soul critical boost, and increased damage to wounded mobs, which is then the gilded enchantment. And normally, when I would want a crossbow like this, just basically a ranged weapon with anima conduit that can also do some damage, I would use this Feral Soul crossbow, which I've used in a lot of my builds. But this Soul Hunter crossbow is actually better, because I've actually always just wanted to have a Soul Hunter crossbow instead of the Feral Soul. It's just that I didn't have one, and not until one of the more recent updates, then they could actually have Anima Conduit, but now they have, so the enchantments are, of course, Anima Conduit. Grants a small amount of health for each soul you absorb. At tier 3, this is 8% of max health per soul, and, this is just really good, since, yeah, you can kill people with the Soul Hunter crossbow, but you could also just kill people with your melee weapon and have the same effect, so it's just really good. And then there's also Tempo Theft. Steals a small amount of a mob's movement speed and gives it to you for 4 seconds. At tier 3, this is 50% stone speed. And, Tempo Theft is just really good. I'm using it in, all of my builds. It's amazing. And then it's also Exploding. Mobs explode after they're defeated for 60% of the enemy health as damage. And this just helps to give the Soul Hunter crossbow a little bit more AoE. It's got the damage with the triple arrows and the committed, but really not any AoE, so this one here just helps with that. And then the artifacts are Deathcap Mushroom and Ironhide Amulet, of course, and then also the Soul Seeker, since then you're gonna be getting a lot of souls with the Soul Hunter crossbow and the Soul Fist, so then just having an extra health potion basically is just really good. But that's then the builds. Then then onto the test, where I'm going to be doing the Gauntlet of Gales. Why it's it on Apocalypse 7, I want to be on Apocalypse 25, so yeah, let's go. So first, now there's just a bunch of goats, but then, yeah, it's pretty easy. You just kind of go through and just instantly kill them, and then if they don't instantly die, then well, they die right after that. And like this build can deal quite well with packs of mobs, because like you wouldn't think that it would. But if you get it just right, then you can actually deal some quite big AoE. I just hit him for 1,000,000 damage. Okay. Yeah, I assume that was like a crit and stuff. Yeah, and then here we've got some protection people. Oh, I don't like you guys. Yeah, like, they survive a little bit more, but not really. There we go, they're dead. And then here we've got an ambush. I don't think I've actually seen this before. I thought it was just going to be, like, boring times, but apparently not. Like, I knew that the Gale Sanctum, that the Gauntlet of Gales had more, like, there's a lot of different versions of it that you can play through, but I didn't know that this was one of them. This is really interesting. But it's not that hard, and then I can just press these buttons, and I don't know what's going to happen here. I need to press more buttons. Oh, there's wind now. And those are down. Okay, I totally knew what I was doing there. But then here we've got some fire trail in first. Okay, we had some fast attack people, and also some gravity pulse wind callers. They were enchanted, but they still just fold like tissue paper. And now we've also got a strength potion, so yeah, an enchanted wind golem thing. And he just died so quickly. And then here I can just ambush these people, 3,000,000 damage, nice. And yeah, like, they just die so quickly, you know? And I can even just shoot them with my 3 arrows and they just immediately die, and I fell down. Wait. Are these buttons? I could have just used the buttons. Are you kidding me? Okay, well, get across. Okay, there we go. So, that could have been a bunch more easier, but, you know, it's fine. I can just murder people, it's fine. I like how my attack animation is literally just punching them. Like, that's pretty funny. Where's the button to activate them? I don't know. Let's just continue on and ignore those golems. But then here we've got some heals allies people. I can also heal my allies. And also some heals allies and frenzied skeletons. What is up with everybody just healing their allies? Like, you still can't survive. I'm still just gonna murder you in like 3 seconds. Yeah, you too. There we go. Nobody can survive. They're all doomed. And then here, I don't really know what's happening. Like, am I supposed to go over there? Oh my god, they're moving. Can you please just... thanks, I guess. And then let's just go over this little wind thing, and, I'm fine, right? Yeah, I'm fine. And then here we've got, like, 15 wind callers, and then they're enchanted, and then they're just, like, going to die. Yeah, I think they're just going to die. And then this is then the final battle, so I'm just going to, like, do this in, like, 3 seconds. Yeah, that's around about 3 seconds, right? Like, I literally just did a wave in 3 seconds. Yeah, this build is so much DPS. And now we've also got the Illusioner. Come on! And there we go, now he's dead. And... is there still enemies here? I thought it was just going to be the treasure things. Oh no, it is going to be the treasure things, okay. So what are we gonna get out of the golden chest? Oh, Hunter's Armor, that's no fun. How about the obsidian chest? Mines and daggers. Why are these two so bad? Okay, let's just end the mission now, I guess. And then here it says damage dealt, 1.8 billion damage. Healing done, 12 million. Yeah, like, this build is pretty OP. And Satchel of Elements. But this will then be it for this video, and if you enjoyed it, then just leave a like in the video to let me know. But yeah, this is then it for this video, so bye!